What's up, guys? It's NottheWinner back again with another Diablo 2 help video. I wanted to go over all the potential quest rewards so you guys can figure out what quests you guys might want to skip during a playthrough and which ones you're planning on going back to at a later point. Some of these quest rewards are actually really useful, so I would say this is one of those things where you want to actually plan how you're going to use some of these rewards on your end game rather than early on. And I'll go through that as I discuss them. So first off, Act 1, Quest 1, The Den of Evil. So when you go ahead to the rogue encampment and talk to Akara, she's going to send you on a quest to the Den of Evil, your very first quest. If you clear the Den of Evil, you're going to get a bonus skill point and one free respec. Respec is where you get to reroll your stats and your skills and allocate them as you'd like. The respec is extremely useful. Obviously, the skill point's great. We all love bonus skill points that we can use, but being able to respec is extremely useful, and you only get one attempt per difficulty, obviously, with the Den of Evil. So you're only getting 3 respecs unless you start to collect tokens of absolution, which can be a hassle to collect if you, for example, can't solo normal or not normal. If you can't solo Hellbale, you're probably gonna have troubles collecting the item, well, one of the items needed, one of the essences needed to create your tokens of absolution. So try and save your respecs for when you're actually sure of the changes you want to make. Some people like to respec their normal respec around like level 40 to 50 to kind of set themselves up on their build they're going to use till they hit like 85, and then respec their second time and save their final respec for later just in case they hate their new build. All sorts of ways you can do this. Now, Act 1, Quest 5, Charcy sends you to go ahead and basically recover the hammer from the forge inside the barracks. When you go and get the hammer, she offers to imbue an item and make it into a new rare item out of the base item that you want to imbue. A lot of people will say, save this. You're going to waste your time using your imbue early. There's some very specific things that you might want to use this for, but some people say it's best to save it for an exceptional or an elite item. Some people say it's an absolute waste to use it on certain specific items. Imbuing's one of those things where I think it comes partially due to personal preference and partially due to odds of rolling. If you're going to roll something that has a wide pool of things that it can run into and it's probably going to be terrible, maybe don't roll that one. Maybe look for something that could be better. I know there's certain circlets that are very favored for these rolls just because they can get the maximum possible affixes on them. So I would consider certain circlets or items like that, but otherwise I would really take a deep dive and take a look at what you might want for your character for the imbue. And you can save that across all 3 difficulties to the point where you're actually 100% sure where you want to use it. Because if you use it, like say you're on normal with a crap piece of gear that you use it on, it's going to help you for 10 minutes till you get a new piece of gear. Like, I wouldn't waste your time early on. Act 2, Quest 1, Radamant's Lair. This is where you're requested to go kill Radamant, and he is going to go ahead and drop a scroll for a quest and then a Book of Skill. The Book of Skill allows you to get 1 additional skill point, and when you complete the quest, you get 10% reduction in your prices in Lucklohan. So that's really convenient. Say you need to buy some potions, say you need to gamble away a bit, anything like that, you can get some nice cheaper prices there. Moving on to Act 3 at this point. So that's it for Act 2 right there as far as like good rewards. Act 3, Quest 1, The Golden Bird, a Jade Figurine. Essentially, this quest you need to go kill, and you can't get this quest from an NPC. You need to literally go kill uniques inside the Spider Forest, and honestly, I've gotten the Jade Figurine from uniques all the way down to Mephisto. So the unique doesn't necessarily have to be in the Spider Forest, but you can hunt the Spider Forest since you're new to the zone and don't have waypoints yet. You can hunt the Spider Forest until you run into some uniques, and there's a chance that the Jade Figurine will drop. There are times where it does not drop, so if you don't get it on the first unique, keep going. Once you have the figurine, you take it back to town, you talk to people back and forth. It's between Warv, then Kane, and then back to Warv, and then I think after that, then you can finally go over to, what's the name, Mela? Is it Mela? Or is that a different act? Let's see, Mala. We'll check real quick just to be 100% sure. Looks like it's taking a its sweet time to load on in. Oh man, so I guess we're trapped on the load screen for a moment. But yeah, essentially you go ahead and talk with Alcor. Not even close. Mala's somewhere else. Oh, Mala's Act 5. Alcor. So you go ahead and talk with Alcor, and Alcor is gonna go. And at first he might not give you anything. Talk to him a second time, and then normally it shows up in your inventory. He gives you a little potion that's gonna give you plus 20 health points permanently. Plus 20 health is a lot early on. It's even a lot later on for depending on what kind of build you're going for, so it can be very useful. Now, one quest that I have neglected on almost every difficulty is Lamb Essence Tome. Want to know why? I'm lazy. Don't tell anyone. Essentially, this is the quest where you would go check all the 6 temples, and right as you walk in, you normally see if there's the tome there. It's not like a far distance that you're going into these temples, but you search the 6 temples, and whichever temple has the tome, you pick it up and bring it back to town, and you're going to get yourself 5 additional stat points each time you complete it. So it's actually a really good quest to complete. I've only done it on normal on this account, and this is one of my best accounts, so an additional 10 stat points could be exceptionally useful for me with my current setup. So I definitely appreciate the 10 additional vitality there. Moving on to Act 4, we're going to have Act 4 Quest 1, The Fallen Angel. This is where Tyrael requests that you go ahead and kill, jeez, what's his name? Basically, he requests that you go ahead and kill one of his buddies. And you go and find his buddy. And once you've killed him, you talk to Tyrael. And Tyrael is going to go ahead and give you 2 skill points for that one. So that's a big one. The 2 skill points there. Bit more than what you get from most other quests. You do it on 3 difficulties. That's 6 additional skill points. Next, we have Act 4 Quest 2. The Hellforge Reward. So... we're going to go based on the expansion rules. There used to be a difference between classic and expansion, but obviously this is the this is the remastered, so it's going to be focused on the expansion. So you get 4 gems as you'd get in classic, and 1 randomly chosen rune per difficulty from the stages below. On normal, you can get L through Om. On nightmare, you can get soul through and on hell, you can get hell through Gull. So if you can pull off getting a goal rune off of your Hellfire Forge, pretty amazing day for you. You're going to be able to get a lot of value out of that. You can trade it for so many items that you're going to need. Like, honestly, yes, you can save the rune for yourself, but think about all the items you could potentially trade that for. So definitely one of those things where a lot of people will say, hey, rush me through the game and I'll give you a Hellfire Forge. Careful. Some people leave the second you've gotten them to that point of the game and don't give you the Forge. But a lot of people will ask to be rushed through the game specifically just so they can open their Forge and get a bunch of drops there. Next, we got Harrogath in Act 5. So basically expansion time here. So this is Act 5 Quest 1, Siege of Harrogath. I don't know. You guys let me know how to say that in the comments. Essentially, you need to go ahead and kill... Shank. His name's Shank the Overseer. You go ahead and kill Shank, and then go back and talk with Larzuk. And make sure you got the quest from him initially. But you talked with Larzuk or Larzuk, and he allows you to socket items. He's going to give you the maximum number of sockets for that item if it's a base level item. If it's a magic item, like a unique or something, or like a set item, you're only going to be getting 1 socket in that item. Magic items can have 1 to 2 sockets, I believe. So this is a great way to get your sockets. Act 5 Quest 3, Prison of Ice, where you go ahead and save Anya. When you are completing this quest, you go ahead and talk with Mala. Mala is the one who actually gives you the item that's going to give you the plus 10 on all your resistances, which is huge. Doing that on each difficulty, an additional 30 on your resistances. Who wouldn't want that? So you get that from Mala, and then you also get a rare class-specific item when you talk with Anya afterwards. Then she gives you the next quest, Act 5 Quest 4, where you got to go kill someone who betrayed us. I'm not going to spoil it at this exact moment. But essentially, you kill the person, come back to her, and she allows you to personalize an item of your choosing, basically putting your name before that item. Finally, we have Act 5 Quest 5. Rite of Passage is where you need to kill the Ancients. You can only get credit for this quest if your character is a high enough level in that difficulty. So essentially you're not going to be able to proceed past that quest unless you have a workaround, or there's ways to get around it, but essentially you're going to be stuck until you've leveled up enough to complete Rite of Passage and get yourself the free level up from completing that. It really gives you 1.4 million XP in normal, 20 million XP in Nightmare, and I believe 40 million XP in Hell, but it's a maximum of one level. So yes, you can get a large amount of XP from it, and a lot of people will save this for their end game levels, because if you look, for me, my next level is going to be a little under 100 mil from where I'm at. So it's supposed to be a full level up, but depending on what time of the game you use it, it may not be. And that's it, guys. Those are all the quests that you can do for bonus rewards. And if this has been helpful, I know it was a super long video, but there's a lot of information to go over. If this has been helpful, please like and subscribe. Let me know other video ideas down in the comments below, and thank you all for watching.